Alright, in this game we have the Celtic Tigers versus the Egyptians. As you can see, the Tigers are 9-2, the Egyptians are 6-5. Obviously, I think the Celtic Tigers should take this. They're the better team overall. Their defense for the Tigers is just overwhelming, I guess you could say. Let me know down in the comments below who you think is going to win, and let's get into it.
Today, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Egyptians taking on the Dublin Celtic Tigers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second and 4. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw here on first down. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and 1. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They're going to look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play fake, now White. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Another try after the first down sack. White finding Gaskin underneath. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And on now is the punter. Desmond King back deep. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Back to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Take it in at the 22.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
The
leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 21 carries, 80 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Here's White. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now White. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And they'll run with ETN. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly clinched there before the snap. A good call.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. One more time with ETN. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. Off play action. Here's White. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this one is right through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Dublin's offense now set to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a give to Etienne, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. White looks to throw.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bates.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try the left side. Stanford. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now White. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5. toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. White. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Celtic Tigers are able to add on to that lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. I know he ain't got it.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 53 spot. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And his kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, White. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. White. Sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he's got this down to the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now White with a first down throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to the ground with ETN. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And fights through one man. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, the kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Howard. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw, and he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A handoff for Etienne. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, White. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Operating from the gun, White. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's White. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's White. Here's Booker on the catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking to throw. White. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And they'll run here with ETN. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They'll drop to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. pick six, they go right back to the air. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for Etienne. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 3rd down, Stanford, and he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Dublin's offense now set to take over.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
They'll run. It's Etienne.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Etienne. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dublin, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.